guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is just going to be a little engagement Q&A. It's like a super gloomy day out and it's about to snow, I'm pretty sure, within the next few days, and I'm just freezing. So I thought it'd be a good day to just like cuddle up with a cup of coffee and just chit chat with you guys, answer you guys' questions on our engagement and wedding planning and all that stuff. So I asked you guys on Instagram to ask me your questions for everything that is wedding related, and we're just gonna go through them all. When are you getting your dress? I want a video about it. I don't know when I'm gonna be getting my dress. Honestly, it'll probably depend. It'll be closer to whenever we decide to get married. I think we'll probably wait a little bit. It'll probably be after Christmas for sure. Like, the few things that I want to get done this year before the end of 2019 is pick a venue, pick a date. Those are like my two big things, and then I'll deal with the rest next year. But like, I just want to enjoy like the Christmas season because it's my favorite time of the year and not be like stressed about trying to figure out a bunch of stuff. So we probably won't do that until next year, but you want a video about it, I'll definitely do a video about it. I'm probably going to vlog it or something, but I do plan on making a video when I go wedding dress shopping. So you guys won't see like the dress that I pick when I go wedding dress shopping, but I'll show you guys like some options. What's something you're excited to grow in with Eddie during engagement? Ooh, this is a good one. Honestly, when we got engaged, I didn't think it would feel that much different at all. I thought it would literally be the exact same, but it does feel different, and I don't know how to explain it. Like, it is, I don't know, it just feels so much different. You're like planning a wedding, and like obviously we knew we were dating long term, we knew we were gonna get married, but like when we finally took the step to get engaged, it just felt so weird. I don't know. I think the thing that I'm most excited for is like just this next stage in our life. Like, we did college together, and like now we're living together, but we're still living at home like with my parents. So I think I'm most excited for this like next little bit to move out and like start this next chapter of our lives of like us, you know, and like have our own place and do that stuff. I'm really excited about that. And I don't know, just the fact that it's gonna be like me and him for forever, I just like love that, and it just makes me really happy. Will you guys have a honeymoon? We definitely will have a honeymoon. We'll probably go like shortly after we get married. I would like to do like a little bit, potentially, it depends. I would potentially like to do like a little bit of a longer honeymoon. I just think that would be like really fun and special because you can only honeymoon once. So that's like an option that we might be doing, but I'm really excited for that. We already have talked a little bit about where we want to go. Are you guys going to get your own place before you get married? It kind of depends on when we get married, but probably if we don't get one before we get married, we'll be getting one like as we're getting married, like right before we get married, we'll be moving out. But depending on when we get married, because we don't have a date yet, we will probably, we're shooting for sometime next year to be moved out. So that's the goal, but it might be a little bit longer. We don't really know, but I'm sure I'll be updating you guys as the time goes along. Do you and Eddie have the same preferences when it comes to home decor style? I think yes, just because he just like lets me do whatever. Like, he really doesn't care, and so like I can just kind of do whatever. I don't know, I feel like we'll have to see once we move in together what it's like, because like my room right now, like I decorated it, but I don't think he has any like problems with it. Like, I think he likes it, so I'm sure that it'll be fine, and he knows that like I like that stuff and like I want it to be cute, so as long as it like looks good, I think he'll be fine with it. What is your song, and will it be your first dance song? So I'm actually not gonna say this because I do think like our song is going to be our first dance song, so I'm not gonna say that. We're not exactly sure, but I am pretty sure that it'll probably be our first dance song. Did you know he was going to ask you? Yeah, I definitely knew that he was going to ask me. I feel like this like differs so much from couple to couple, but we've been together for 3 years now, so we've been together for a long time, and we'd obviously talked about getting married like quite a bit. And I knew, since like he graduated college, he's like still working on his licensure to teach, but I knew like this chapter of our lives that we're in, I knew it would be coming up soon. I kind of had an inkling that it would be before the end of this year, just like based on what we had talked about and like what we wanted out of life. Like, I just kind of knew it was coming. I didn't know exactly when he was gonna ask me or anything like that, but I definitely had an idea that he was going to be asking me sometime soon. Is the wedding going to be big? The wedding, well, initially I wanted a really small wedding. Like, I was thinking like 50 to 100 people. Like, I wanted it just like very close friends and family. And then we got engaged and we started writing down guest lists, and I quickly realized that that just like was not the case. We had too many important people in our lives, and it was not going to be small like I had originally wanted it. So I would say it's gonna be like a very like I don't know, medium-sized wedding. Like right now we have around 250 on the invite list, which I feel like is a pretty decent wedding. It's definitely larger than I wanted it to be. Well, I shouldn't say that. Like it's larger than I had initially anticipated. I always thought that I would have a very, very, very small wedding, but there's just like so many important people in our lives that we just couldn't imagine like not having there. So hence the reason it'll be a little bit bigger. Is Jasper going to be in the wedding? I don't know. I really would love it. I would love to have him in the wedding. I don't know how he would do with that or anything like that. I think it would be really, really special, but I don't know. He's like getting older, like he just turned 14, so that might be a lot for him. Did you guys ever look at rings together, or did he completely surprise you? That is a great question. So I talked about this in our proposal story video. I'll link that in the cards for you guys to go check out. But the diamond that is in my ring is the diamond from my mom's engagement ring from my dad, and I literally love it. Like I feel so special to have it. It makes me so happy, and I could cry every single time that I think about it. I just think it's like the most special thing ever to have it, and like to have this little piece of like us, because it's like his engagement ring to me, but like to have like this part of like my parents, a part of my life for forever. I just think it's like the most amazing thing ever to wear it every single day. And I don't know, I just feel like really lucky and like so special to even have it. It makes me so happy. So because because I told him that I wanted the diamond for my mom's engagement ring, I knew what the diamond would look like. So I kind of had a little bit of an idea of what the ring would look like, but we never went ring shopping together ever, because I was just like, I know what the diamond's going to be. Like, I don't really care what the band is. Like, you can pick that part out. So we never went to go look at rings together. I just told him to like do what he wanted with the band, and then obviously like the diamond would be the one for my mom's ring. So it was a complete surprise, like total complete surprise. I had no idea what he was even like thinking of doing with the ring. Like it was definitely a surprise. What style of dress are you wanting? I go back and forth between a couple of styles. I really like the like really like flowy dresses, not like a ball gown or like maybe more like an A-line, but like super duper flowy. I love those dresses. And I also love like the mermaid type dresses that aren't super flared at the bottom. It's just like more of a softer mermaid. I really like those too. I like them more like form-fitting, but then like strappy and like still flowy at the bottom. That's kind of what I like. I know that doesn't do a lot to explain it to you guys. When is the date? We do not have a date set yet. We will be getting there shortly, hopefully within the next week or two. I'll have to do like a wedding planning update or something once we decide on a date, but we are working on that. We're just trying to figure out which venue we want, and based on which venue we pick, we'll decide what our date will be. What season do you want your wedding to be in? Color of bridesmaids dresses. It'll probably be in the spring is what we're thinking right now, and my bridesmaids dresses will be like a really, really, really light pink, like almost like a blush neutral pink, if that makes sense. Did you know it was happening a few moments before, or was it not until he was kneeling? Literally the second that I saw him, I knew exactly what was going on. Like I saw him come out from behind the tree when we were horseback riding, and I was like, this is it. Like I just knew, because I knew it was coming up. And so as soon as I saw him and all my family, and I saw my brother recording with my camera, I just like knew. First steps toward wedding planning. The first thing that I did was probably ask my bridesmaids, which I know is like not very typical. Like normally people like pick a date, pick a venue, pick that stuff, and then they ask everybody. But that was like one of the first things that I wanted to do, was to ask my friends to be at my wedding. So that's one of the first things that I did. Did you do engagement pictures yet? I did, and they should be back very, very soon. If not, by the time this video goes up, I probably already have them. Do you have a wedding hashtag yet? I did finally decide on a wedding hashtag. The wedding hashtag is going to be hashtag forever the Fogels. I love it. I think it's so cute. So that's our little wedding hashtag. Are you planning your wedding or using a wedding planner? I am planning our wedding. Well, me and my mom are like one and the same, and both very much planner type people. So we're both like planning it. I have all my wedding planning materials. I'll link those down in the description box below if you guys want to check them out. If you are like planning a wedding, definitely recommend. How will you ask your bridesmaids to be in your wedding? I actually already asked all 7 of my bridesmaids. I do have 7 bridesmaids, so I will link that video up in the cards of me asking them and the boxes that I made to ask them to be in my wedding. What colors are you wanting for your wedding? So the colors that I'm doing is like my bridesmaids dresses and stuff, it'll be like really light blush neutral pink, and then like a lot of greenery. I love the greenery, like a eucalyptus and a bunch of different greenery is kind of what I'm going for. The next one, what's your theme? It kind of goes along with the colors. My theme, the only way I know how to describe it is like a little bit modern, but like a little bit boho rustic, like a lot of, I don't know, flowers and greenery and all that, but like still modern and like very simple looking. Do you plan for a long or short engagement? I think our engagement will probably end up being like about 1.5 years, which I feel like is a little bit longer than normal. I don't know how long couples are normally engaged for. I feel like it's normally around 1 year. So we'll do probably like 1.5 years, which I don't know, I really like. Now that we're engaged, I just like feel like I could be engaged for forever. Like I really like this stage of like wedding planning and doing all this fun stuff. So it feels like a very perfect amount of time to us. What are wedding preparations like? I always knew wedding planning was a lot, but I'm like quickly realizing it's like way more than I even thought it would be. Like there's just so much to do all the time, and like we haven't even like gotten really into it. Like we've just been like trying to pick a venue, and that has been so stressful and so hard in and of itself. Like I can't imagine how stressful the rest of it is to like plan all the everything. Like there's so much to plan, but like I love it. Like it's not a bad kind of stress. Like it's very much fun and I really enjoy doing it, but it's just been like a lot more than I thought it was. Will you guys write your own vows? I'm not sure. I think maybe if I get up the nerve to stand up there in front of a lot of people and write our own vows, then like I probably will, but if not, we'll probably just do the generic ones, but we will write them. It's just how we say them. Like if we say them in front of everybody, or if we like say them in private like that day or like the next day or on our honeymoon or something, like no matter what, we'll definitely be writing our own vows. I just don't know when we'll say them. Honeymoon location, we don't know for sure. I'm thinking probably somewhere tropical is where we'll want to be, like an all-inclusive resort somewhere tropical. Indoor or outdoor, it'll definitely be an indoor reception. I'm shooting for an outdoor ceremony. Like that's the goal, is to have an outdoor ceremony. I don't know if that will happen. For those of you who don't know, I live in Ohio, which is like so questionable on weather. Like you just never know like what the weather is going to be like. So we'll have a backup indoor place to do it at, but like the ultimate goal is to do it somewhere outdoors because I just think it's so pretty to have it outside. And that's actually going to be it because I don't want this video to be super long, but I want to answer you guys' wedding planning questions and just kind of talk to you guys about the beginning process of us wedding planning. I'm sure I'll do a bunch more of these or do like wedding planning updates as we get further into the process and have like some more concrete answers. So yeah, I do plan on sharing like quite a bit of wedding content. Be sure to subscribe by clicking down below for all the wedding content, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I'll link that over here for you guys to go check out, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys.